think, believe me. These niggas died of me, look what I'm becoming. What I did, it made a man of me. All the that I did, I swear my mother.
What it do, YouTube? It's Ty Fetty with the Fetty. Back at y'all with another video, man. Y'all know why we here. To handle business, but before we handle that business, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. I'm gonna say it again. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, bruh. I'm gonna say it one more. Matter of fact, like, comment, subscribe. Before I gotta beat you up, y'all know what's going on, man. This is a highly requested video. Feel me? A city we haven't touched yet. We did Philly. Now let's go to the other side of Pennsylvania and touch down in Pittsburgh, man. Jimmy Wopo. 1100 gang. They call him the Demons of Pittsburgh. Don't never listen to Jimmy Wopo. I heard about him. I remember when he passed, but never listened to him. Never tapped in. Rest in peace, Jimmy Wopo, though. Heard he had Pittsburgh on his shoulders. Literally carrying him. I've been to Pittsburgh 2 times. And when I say Pittsburgh, the parts I've been to, the part I've seen, it's like, bro, it's like a mountainside, bro, with hella houses, bro. Like, bunch of train tracks, bro. Like, it looked nothing like Philly. And it messed me up. Because I'm like, bro, it's Pennsylvania. Like, it ain't, feel me, it ain't country. I'm not saying it's country or nothing. But it just looked completely different. It's very industrial, bro. Philly is like a city, like a real deal New York. Philly like New York, bro. It's real city. Pittsburgh is very industrial, like on some 1970s railroad ran right through this joint, bro. Like, OD. Shout out Pittsburgh, man. If you from Pittsburgh, put your hands up, man. Comment down below which part of Pittsburgh you from, what side you from. Feel me? Let's get it, man. Turn these clothes.
Jimmy Wopo was one of the hottest rappers coming out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, before he was tragically murdered in 2018. With features from major artists like Wiz Khalifa, Mac Miller, and Ray Shremmerd, it seemed like Jimmy was in a good position to take over the rap game. But before the music, Wopo and his crew, the 1100 gang, were running the streets of Pittsburgh and got involved in a violent beef that cost the rapper his life. Here's a closer look at the rise of Jimmy Wopo and the 1100 gang, the Demons of Pittsburgh.
Let's get it.
Jimmy Wopo grew up in the Hill District of Pittsburgh in an area called the Lane. He grew up in the projects with his mother, 2 older brothers, a younger sister, and brother. Growing up, none of their fathers were around, and so Wopo started making moves in the streets from an early age. He admits that even though the area he grew up in was rough, he made a choice to be in the streets, and he accepted whatever came with that. But peer pressure and money made him and his friends start doing things they shouldn't have been doing. One of his early hustles was pretending to collect money on behalf of a boys and girls club outside of a Steelers game. They would print out a flyer off the computer and get a box of candy and finesse tourists and sports fans into buying it at a marked up rate by telling them it was a donation to the club. But that was when he was just a kid, and as he got older, his hustles got more dangerous. He dropped out of high school in the 9th grade after getting shot 3 times. In an interview with Say Cheese TV, the rapper explained that there was a big fight and someone started shooting into the crowd.
Nah, it was just some crazy shit, big ass fight or some shit popped off and just started shooting into the crowd or some shit.
Is that like what happened right there?
No, that's a different occasion and shit. I got shot 2 different occasions and shit.
So the first time, how many times did you get shot?
3 times each time.
Getting shot at such a young age made him want to go even harder in the streets and get revenge for what happened to him. After that, he started selling drugs and robbing full-time to support himself. But he was always into music, even as a kid. When he was only 7 years old, his mother called a local radio station and let him rap over a beat. Plus, some of the older dudes in the hood used to pay him a few dollars to rap for him. Once he dropped out of high school, he started taking it more seriously because there wasn't anything else for him to do except trap. He recorded his first songs in a local church in the neighborhood that had a studio. He and his friends were allowed to record there for free, but they couldn't use any swears in their music. This made them have to get creative and write raps that were clean, but still hard. Then, they would press CDs at the house and start selling them around the neighborhood. In January 2015, he started uploading his music to SoundCloud to build a buzz in the city. He attracted the attention of Taylor Maglin, the owner of Pittsburgh-based blog, The Daily Loud, who offered to help Jimmy market his music. This helped him get millions of views on his music videos. His first song to do big numbers was Walkin' Bomb, which was a diss of another rapper from Pittsburgh named Stunna 2 Fly. Stunna 2 Fly dropped a diss track aimed at Jimmy Wopo called Fuck Your Gang 2. Wopo would respond with Walkin' Bomb, Stunna diss, and the controversy helped him blow up. Although the track would be a major boost for his music career, it would also attract hate and jealousy from his ops, and Jimmy Wopo would be shot for the 2nd time, not long after dropping the track. It's not clear if the shooting was the result of his rap beef with Stunna or some past drama from his own hood. But Jimmy Wopo and Stunna would eventually put the beef behind him and collaborate together on the track Bout Bread in 2018. Again, the rapper was shot 3 times but survived. Although he said that getting shot the 2nd time made him actually start to rethink his lifestyle and decide to leave the streets alone. He had just had a daughter and his music was finally starting to take off. so he had a lot more to lose than the first time he was shot.
The second time I had much more shit on the line. I had a daughter. I had the song Walking Bomb. That shit was kind of popping. It was my first joint that really kind of started blowing out the water.
Plus, this time around, he had more people around telling him to focus on music and stay away from the drama than when he was younger. He said that his mother always told him that if something wasn't working, he had to change. When he got caught selling drugs for the third or fourth time, his mom told him that he had to stop because he wasn't good at it. Otherwise, he wouldn't get caught.
That's like, no cap though, that's real rap, bro. Like, you gotta respect that, bro. Like, granted, that's probably, like, he probably looked at it like, bro, this how I'm making my bread, bro. This how, like, this will come with this. But in hindsight, bro, she right, bro. Like I said before, bro, if you got a shooter and he keeps spinning and he keep missing, stop. He ain't your shooter, bro. He can't shoot. He 0 for 50 from the field. He 0 for 10 from 3. He missing layups. He missing hook shots. He put him on defense, man. Make him a defender. Make him a Patrick Beverly. Let him go steal the ball. Don't let him shoot that joint. That's real rap, bro. That's real rap.
Like, my mom always taught me to be like that. Like,
no cap.
When I got caught selling dope for the third, fourth time, she just told me, like, if you keep getting caught at it, you're not good at it. You feel me? Like, if it's just something that you keep getting caught at, stop doing it. Do something different. You got to. You're not good at it. You keep getting caught. Feel me?
After he got shot the second time, he realized that he would have to relive the same experience over and over again.
And y'all notice how he talking? Now go listen to how Meek and them talk. Even like back in the day, like, that's crazy how different, like, prime example. If y'all from Pennsylvania and y'all know how different Pittsburgh and Philly is, that's exactly how where I'm from and Baltimore is, bro. It's two different worlds, bro. We wear two different things, talk two different, like, it's just completely different, bro. Listen to two different types of music and all that, bro. Like, that's crazy, bro. It's crazy how the world works.
And
no cap.
Unless he got out of the street for good, which made him decide to become a full-time rapper. After the success of Walking Bomb, he started getting booked for more shows and features. He was only getting about $200 a show or verse, but it was enough to make him start taking it more seriously now that he was generating some profits. But it wasn't enough money for him to stop hustling in the streets right away, and before he could fully make the transition to music, he would be arrested on drug charges. On February 7th, 2016, the rapper and two of his associates were arrested during a traffic stop in Washington County, Pennsylvania. Police searched the car and found 2 stamp bags of heroin and a small amount of marijuana. He was arrested on drug charges and underage drinking and was sent to jail with a $25,000 bond. He later pled guilty to felony drug conspiracy charges and was sentenced to 3 years of probation. After being released, he dropped the track Elm Street in May 2016, which quickly racked up millions of views. He also caught the attention of World Star Hip Hop, who debuted 5 of his music videos that year. The track also got him recognized by Complex, who featured the rapper on a list called Bout to Blow, 10 dope new songs you should be hearing everywhere soon. In June 2016, he dropped his debut mixtape, Wopo, which featured the track Backdoor that had a beat and guest verse from Atlanta super producer Sonny Digital. Later that year, he would also be featured on the Riff Raff song Stay Away From You off the Houston rappers Balloween mixtape. Then, in November, he dropped a collaborative mixtape with another Pittsburgh rapper named Hardo called Trap Knees, which featured guest appearances from Wiz Khalifa and 21 Savage.
That's fire.
So, Jimmy Wopo was finally making it into the mainstream.
Sure.
But all the success would also come with problems. While he was blowing up, the rapper would be sent back to jail for violating his probation. Because he was still on probation, he was not allowed to leave the state of Pennsylvania, but he was already receiving offers from major record labels and decided to take a trip to New York City to discuss business. He didn't clear it with his probation officer and ended up missing an appointment while he was gone. Not long after missing the meeting, he was caught and sent back to jail for violating probation and failing to pay court fines. But while locked up, he would stay productive and wrote an entire mixtape, which he later released as Back Against the Wall in 2017. After he got out, he would continue to make moves in the music industry. But sadly, before he could break through on a mainstream level, he would be gunned down in his own neighborhood. Around 4:22 p.m. on the afternoon of June 18, 2018, Jimmy Wopo was the victim of a drive-by shooting that took his life.
A rapper about to break through, killed in a drive-by shooting.
Jimmy Wopo had quite a following and was known beyond the Pittsburgh rap scene. But his career all ended yesterday when he was shot multiple times in the Hill District. Friends flooded social media after the fatal shooting.
He was driving through the Hill District neighborhood where he grew up with another male passenger when a gunman drove past, opened the window, and started letting off shots. The passenger survived the shooting, but Jimmy Wopo was later pronounced dead after being rushed to UPMC Presbyterian Hospital. He was only 21 years old and left behind 3 kids. The crazy thing is that just 26 minutes before Jimmy Wopo was killed, XXXTentacion was also gunned down during a robbery in Deerfield Beach, Florida.
20-year-old XXXTentacion killed in an apparent robbery. Police say the artist, whose real name is Jose Onfroy, was leaving a Broward County motorcycle shop yesterday when he was shot by two men who ran up to his car.
The two shootings are not connected, but overall, it was a tragic day for hip-hop. But what's even crazier is that a few months after his death, news broke that police were filing RICO charges against the notorious 1100 gang from the Hill District neighborhood. The indictment accused the gang of causing a wave of terror across the city of Pittsburgh by conspiring to deal narcotics, plus rob and kill their enemies. It also named Jimmy Wopo as one of the main leaders of the gang.
Federal court papers say the most prominent leader of the 1100 gang was Pittsburgh rapper Jimmy Wopo, whose real name was Trevone Smart.
The police were already investigating the rapper at the time of his death, but the case didn't come to light until August of 2018. 3 alleged members of the 1100 gang were charged in the indictment: Deontay Griffin, Sidney Pack, and Richard Kelly. The case also revealed that many of the charges stem from an ongoing beef 1100 had with another local gang called the Wavy Boys. The paperwork alleges that Jimmy Wopo used his status as a famous rapper to call shots in the gang and was the one who ordered many of the crimes the gang is accused of. The documents say that other members of the gang would commit crimes on his behalf in exchange for payment or being featured in his music videos. Anyone who didn't meet expectations or disrespected the crew would face severe punishment. The paperwork also reveals that the beef between 1100 and the Wavy Boys goes all the way back to 2012. The gangs would frequently diss each other on social media, which only got worse after an 1100 member named Lumber was murdered by the Wavy Boys. After that, they would go back and forth dropping bodies until the head honcho himself was taken out in 2018. In April 2015, Sidney Pack and another 1100 member named TD allegedly murked a Wavy Boys affiliate named Christopher Richardson and injured 2 other people. Later that same year, Wopo allegedly instructed 1100 members to take out another Wavy Boys member identified as MBB. In October 2016, Pack and Deontay Griffin shot and killed a Wavy Boys member identified as JH and injured a 7-year-old in the process. Just a month later, 1100 member identified as JP was shot twice in the head by Pack, while Wopo was allegedly present. Police used social media, interviews, music videos, and all kinds of other internet content to string together their case and paint Jimmy Wopo as a violent gang leader who used his clout as a rapper to order hits on both his enemies and his own people.
Bro, you can't. Bro, if you know for a fact, like, this is why, like, a big thing I got with the whole law system, bro. Y'all know for a fact in this world, bro, you have enemies, bro. There's people that you don't like. There's people that don't like you, bro. You think the people that Jimmy Wopo was with, 1100 gang, didn't want to do something to their ops themselves, bro? You think they needed his say-so to say, go do this, and they go do it, bro? No, bro. That's what comes with the streets, bro. That's what comes with that territory, that life you live in, bro. Like, I don't get that, bro. You can't say he the head honcho. He calling all the shots in terms of if ops go missing, if ops in the ground, like, bruh. What, bro? Come on, bro. These niggas is grown men at the end of the day, bro. They grown. You feel me? They own person, bro. Like that. I don't know. I don't know about that, bro.
Although it's hard to tell whether this accusation is true or just another way for the police to build their case.
Exactly.
Wopo was never actually accused of committing any crimes himself, and he was not charged in the RICO case. But the court documents make him look like a mafia crime boss who uses money and power to eliminate his enemies and demand absolute loyalty from his crew.
Talking about money and power, bro was still selling. Feel me? We get 200 to show talking about money and power, bro. I don't think nobody moving for $200, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Not no, maybe a 12-year-old, 13-year-old, maybe a 14-year-old. But once you hit about 15, 16, $200 is a pair of sneakers, bro. I don't think people is sliding for $200, bro. But it's not as common as they trying to make it seem, bro. $200 ain't moving a lot of people, bro. And especially, nah.
Wopo isn't here to defend himself.
Nah.
None of his people are cooperating with authorities. So it's hard to know whether this is true or just another way to make a small neighborhood street gang look like a complex criminal organization. Griffin, Pack, and Kelly all pled guilty to the RICO charges, which included conspiracy to commit murder and distribution of drugs like fentanyl. Griffin was sentenced to 117 months, Pack was sentenced to 78, and Kelly has yet to be sentenced. Jimmy Wopo is another talented rapper taken too soon. Despite what he may or may not have been involved in, it seems like he was making an honest effort to change his life and focus on the music.
And that's crazy though, because we never would have seen what it would have came to, bro. Like, And I know for a fact, I don't care like how many ops he had, how many people didn't like him, how many people hated him, bro. I know for a fact that hurt a little bit, bro. Cause who from Pittsburgh, bro? Can y'all name me people from Pittsburgh, bro? Who? Wiz Khalifa? Hold up, y'all. Let me see something real quick. This, I don't want to sound ignorant. Let me see something. I think I'm... Like I said, Wiz Khalifa and Mac Miller. That's it. That's it, bro. And me personally, like this East Coast, this right up the street for real. This it's farther than Philly, but it's right there. Like I know, like I would know enough about, you know. Ain't nothing going on in Pittsburgh, bro. Not since Wiz Khalifa. And like I said, I never heard no Jimmy Wopo song, never tapped in. But I knew about Jimmy Wopo. I heard of him. I seen him lit. Feel me? That's crazy though, bro. Cause like I said, you never know what his life would have came to, how big he would have got, how he would have changed Pittsburgh forever. Like, come on, bro. Even little stuff like Wiz Khalifa Black and Yellow song, bro. That, you know how much that put Pittsburgh on the map? Nobody was thinking about no Pittsburgh, bro. And that's no disrespect, but that's facts. You know, like, Pittsburgh is not, it always get outshined by Philly. Like, Pittsburgh, the Steelers, Pittsburgh, what else? Exactly. Feel me? You never know, bro. And it's crazy, bro, because we never would have seen what he would have came to, bro. With that being said, it's Ty Fetty with the Fetty. If you ain't seen that video on my new channel of the giveaway, go tap in, man. I announced the winner. The video also fire. I appreciate y'all, man. Make sure y'all stay smart, stay dangerous. I'm going to catch y'all next time, man. I'm gone.